All right, let's jump right in. What we're going to do today is build a toolkit. I'm talking about a set of really practical, powerful strategies that can totally transform how you handle, well, not just your relationships with other people, but the most important one of all, the one you have with yourself. So let's start with something I bet you've felt before. Ever had that feeling where you just feel paralyzed? You're just stuck in your own head? Maybe the alarm's blaring, or you've got this big decision to make, and you just can't move. You're completely swamped by this tidal wave of self-doubt and anxiety. It literally feels like your own mind is building a wall, blocking you from the life you actually want.
And here's the thing, if you feel that way, you are absolutely not alone. Seriously, this internal battle is just part of being human. But, and this is a big but, it doesn't have to be where your story ends. Today, right now, we're going to arm you with some simple but honestly life-changing tools to smash through that paralysis and finally take back the driver's seat.
Okay, tool number one, this one is all about ignition, getting the engine started. It's a super simple physical thing you can do to just shatter that moment of hesitation and launch yourself into action. It's called the 5-second start. So what exactly is the 5-second rule? Well, it's not about waiting around for motivation to magically appear, because let's be real, that rarely happens. This is a tool you use to literally hijack the part of your brain that loves to talk you out of everything. It's like a mental cheat code to interrupt that spiral of worry and procrastination before it even gets going. I love this image because it captures the idea perfectly. Just think about a rocket launch, right? NASA doesn't pull the rocket to see if it feels like going to space. No way. They start a countdown, and when it hits 0, it's go time, ignition. This tool does the exact same thing for you. It creates your own personal launch moment to get you out of your head and into action. And here's how simple it is to use. The second you have that instinct to do something, I mean anything from getting out of bed to finally making that phone call, and you feel that hesitation creep in, that's your cue. You just start counting backward in your head, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and when you hit 1, you have to physically move. No thinking, just moving, you launch. And that quote from Mel Robbins really nails it. Thinking about your problems doesn't solve them. Waiting to feel like it means you'll wait forever. This tool teaches you a huge lesson. Action is the antidote. You can feel totally anxious, completely unmotivated, and still take action. It's all about separating what you do from how you feel. And that right there is how you start to take your power back. All right, so we've got a way to get ourselves off the starting blocks. But what about when we have to deal with, well, other people? Now we need a tool to navigate the outside world. Think of this next one as your personal emotional shield, protecting you from all the stuff you just can't control. This is the let them theory. And at its heart, this is all about freedom. It's about making a conscious choice to stop wasting your energy trying to control other people. Trying to manage their opinions, their bad moods, their drama. Instead, you take all that precious energy and you point it right back where it belongs, at you. Let me give you a real-world example. So, when a friend doesn't invite you out, let them. When your family starts judging your life choices, let them. Your coworker's in a foul mood, let them. Somebody's throwing a full-blown emotional fit, just let them. There was this woman, let's call her Aisha, who was just constantly exhausted by her family criticizing her career. Every single phone call was a battle. But when she started using this, just silently saying to herself, let them have their opinion, she stopped fighting. It didn't magically change her family, but man, it protected her peace. And listen, this isn't about being a doormat or just giving up. Not at all. It's about being smart with your energy. It's about recognizing you've been pouring all this effort into a bucket that's full of holes. So you stop. And you start pouring that energy back into things that actually matter. Your own well-being, your own goals, and your own sanity. But here's the kicker. Let them is only half the story. To really make this thing work, you have to pair it with something else. We have to turn that spotlight back on ourselves, and this is what we call the let me power move. And this right here, this is everything. It's such a simple but incredibly powerful idea. On one side, you've got all the stuff you can't control. Other people's opinions, their actions, their feelings, that's their stuff. And on the other side, that's what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your response, your focus, all of your power, 100% of it lives on that side of the list. Yeah, let them is just the first part. Let me is the power move. This is the crucial pivot. So after you say let them, you immediately in your own mind follow it up with let me. This is the moment you step back into your own power and take full responsibility for what you're going to do next.
And this seesaw illustration just says it all, doesn't it? True control isn't about trying to balance everybody else's drama. Real power comes from how you manage yourself, with kindness, with acceptance, and with responsibility for your own response. It's always, always an inside job.
So here's what it sounds like in action. Let them be upset. Let me take a deep breath and respond with calm. Or let them be disappointed in my choice. Let me be proud of myself for making it. See that shift? Let them gossip. Let me focus on my own work. It's a tiny phrase that gives you back the power to choose how you respond, instead of just letting your emotions run the show.
Okay, so now that we have our toolkit, let's put it to the test on one of the biggest, most painful mental traps out there, the comparison game. You know, jealousy.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're just scrolling, and you see someone else's highlight reel. The new job, the amazing vacation, the perfect relationship, and it just hits you in the gut. You feel like you're losing a race you didn't even know you were in. It's basically a form of self-torture, and we do it to ourselves all the time.
But here's where we flip the script. The shift is this: their success is not your failure, it's your formula. What if you looked at their success not as something that makes you less than, but as a roadmap? What if their success is just proof that something is possible? It's a formula you can actually learn from.
This image, yeah. We've all been this person, haven't we? Staring at that glowing screen, feeling that pit in your stomach like you've already lost before you've even tried.
But now, with this new tool, you can make a change. You can look at that and say, okay, let them have their success. Let them show me what's possible. And just like that, you flip jealousy into inspiration. Their success becomes evidence, a blueprint for what you can build in your own life.
So there you have it. That's our toolkit. You've got the 5-second start to break inertia, you've got the let them shield to guard your peace, and you've got the let me power move to take back the controls. Now the real journey begins actually using them.
And if you take away just one thing, let it be this. At the end of the day, you are responsible for your own happiness. Nobody else is. Nobody owes you a thing, but you owe yourself everything. Your peace, your growth, your joy. It's not up to them. It's up to you. So let's make this real, right here, right now. Not tomorrow, not next week. What's 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 move you can make for yourself today? Just one small thing. What's one move that will get you just one tiny step closer to the life you really want? The power has been in your hands this whole time. So, go ahead, launch.